Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will have the first possession of the game. Stakes are always high in the game. Careers are made and lost because of it, and they'll have to manage their emotions, guys.
Some games in college football just mean more. When you think about Ohio State and Michigan, you think about not just Big Ten implications, national title implications, Heisman Trophy implications. Late in the year, David, this is just must-watch TV.
Must-watch TV. Two of the winningest programs in college football history. This game, I tell you what, recent years has really brought back the tradition and been so much more competitive now that Michigan's also getting some wins.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Makes a connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. On the ground, it's Akers. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Wide out in motion. He'll throw on 3rd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. The Wolverines are on the move. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Now they'll run it to the right here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Off play action. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it. Recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. On the move from inside is 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So Ohio State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Working that left side now. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Looking for a block, it's Akers. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's right on target. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
The incomplete pass leaves them with 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. They'll run play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Using his legs, it's Akers. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Fast motion from the offense. On third down, going up top. They're setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Wells. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. To the ground with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Still running at the 40. Oh, what a move! And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Give to the running back. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. The Buckeyes get it past the sticks. The offense knocking on the door. First and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with this second and goal. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. You can hear yourself think on third and goal. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They'll give it to the back. At the 40, there he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On the run, it's Akers. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. They call it a coffin quarter kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Oh, that's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. On the move, it's Petty. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're testing the right side here. They knock him down right there. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back the football, and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. You usually brag about it, especially defensively. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go down the field and put up a touchdown, this could be a potentially 9 to 10 point swing based on your defense getting you that safety. You've got great field position now. You've got to take advantage.
The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Grabbed in the middle, it's Vincent. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. It's now 2nd down after the short completion. Off the play fake. Quick strike complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Unloads to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Buckeyes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is to run the football. Establish yourselves up front at the line of scrimmage and help keep these 3rd downs manageable.
Yeah, and the best news is your defense at least forced a punt of their own. So now you can go answer with that good stop while this game is still close. Let's just go keep putting more points on the board, and let's see less of the punter.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. They'll go to the ground. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? He's looking to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Akers. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They're trying to get to him. He's going to run it. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Snares it outside. It's Vincent looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. He's got it. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Cincinnati has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Nippert Stadium. They are up by 7 over Baylor. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. This time he's got it. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Looking to go up top on first down. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. After the incompletion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. A very conservative approach here, just taking the knee and heading to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, whether it's in the shoe or the big house, when you have these two programs with all that's at stake today, you know emotions run high in a game known simply as the game. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Trying to set the tone with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious.
Fires one high and deep. Man, it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Second down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. New center down's right on the doorstep for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They take the lead with the 6.
Man, that is so good. There's not a lot of room to work over receiver there on the sideline in the end zone, but he was able to control his body, catch the football, make sure he had a foot down in bounds. It doesn't get any better than that.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The give out of the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the boot, looking for his man. He's got his man. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. He's got great speed. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason, have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in and week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. They'll try the right side. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. And the Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quick release on the RPO. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They're going to run it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. He's looking to throw. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion and pushes the lead to 3. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The Wolverines decide to punt it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to go off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Finds the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. He'll toss it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He has 89 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Vincent. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Buckeyes are flying down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offense, a sack. Now it's 2nd down. Now the play fake. He finds his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his back in the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Cincinnati is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like them or hate them, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Baylor. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the ground. He's got it again. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the offense. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They're going back to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Unloads to the right. It's caught. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got enough space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. It's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Got his man down the middle.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Dumps it to the back. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Out of the gun to give to the back. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Buckeyes enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And they'll take a knee.
Number 86, in formation to kick off.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Puck lofts one high and deep. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Feeling some heat. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you could tell they're starting to get in the groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.